Get ready to learn some more random knowledge about the world that we live in, because here are 50 amazing facts to blow your mind. In 2015, Croatia launched a program called Fresh Start, which wiped away debt for 60,000 low-income Croatians who had been struggling to pay their bills in an effort to boost consumer confidence and spending. The state, along with firms and banks, agreed to forgive up to 60,000 kuna, or $8,830 per individual. Most Americans are supposed to voluntarily declare and pay state tax on goods that have been bought online from out of state. Accountants and tax lawyers are some of the only people who actually pay it. After the Second World War, crystal meth was prescribed as a diet aid and remained legal right up until the 1970s. I lost like 10 pounds! In 1936, the founder of Adidas, in an attempt to market his shoes, drove to the Olympics and persuaded US sprinter Jesse Owens to wear them. Following Owens' win of 4 medals globally, letters came in from other national teams interested in buying their shoes. By World War II, they were selling 200,000 pairs a year. In 1932, Winston Churchill received a prescription for alcohol in order to get around the American prohibition. After being hit by a car in New York City, his doctor concluded that the solution to what ailed the future prime minister was nothing less than 6 shots of alcohol at every meal, although he was allowed to consume even more if he wanted to. Hundreds of thousands of books on Amazon have been written by bots. They include specialized technical and business reports, language dictionaries, and even crossword puzzle books for learning foreign languages. Philip M. Parker, a professor of marketing, created the computer system that can write these books in about 20 minutes. The Second Chance Coffee Company in Illinois conducts FBI background checks to make sure that those seeking employment with the company have actually been to prison, because the company only hires ex-inmates. Rabbits eat their own poop every day. They produce special poop called cecotropes, or night feces, which are nutrient-rich and are passed out of the body like normal stool, but are a little different. They can later be re-ingested by the rabbit safely so that important nutrients can be reabsorbed. The menstrual pad, when it was first invented, used to be held up by a belt. NASA's internet speed is 91 gigabits per second, which is about 13,000 times faster than the average internet speed. For comparison, the average broadband connection speed in the United States is about 6.6 megabits per second. They're able to accomplish this because they operate on what's called a shadow network. It's like the internet, but only connects a few research facilities and organizations worldwide. A Cornell Food and Brand Lab study of 497 diners showed that patrons who ordered their dinner from a heavy server ordered significantly more food, were 4 times more likely to order dessert, and ordered 17% more alcohol. In November of 2015, Nestle admitted that they used slave labor in the production of its Fancy Feast cat food brand in Thailand. Novice climbers are not allowed to climb Mount Everest, according to Joint Secretary of Nepal's Ministry of Tourism. In order to qualify to climb it, you are required to have reached the peak of at least one 6,500 meter mountain in your lifetime. Scientists have discovered that there are actually 5 tastes or senses that your tongue can recognize. They are sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. Parmesan cheese is an example of umami. From 2010 to 2015, Taco Bell secretly reduced the sodium content in 33 menu items by 33%, and nobody noticed. The Starbucks logo in Saudi Arabia is just a floating crown. This is because, believe it or not, the original logo featuring a mermaid is far too raunchy to be displayed in the deeply religious and conservative part of the world. Apple Computers was actually formed by 3 people, not 2. Ronald Wayne was the 3rd co-founder, but in less than a couple weeks, he pulled out of the company, and on April 12, 1976, Wayne sold his 10% equity in the company for $800. Today, that stake in the company would be worth $62.93 billion. Oh god, that just makes me sick. Phytophotodermatitis, often referred to as margarita dermatitis or Lyme disease, not to be confused with Lyme disease with a Y, is a toxic reaction resulting from citric acid mixed with sunlight. It can cause second-degree burns and is very painful. Because Alaska has as much as 20 hours of sunshine per day, they are able to grow gigantic produce, including 62 kilogram cabbages, 29 kilogram cantaloupes, and 16 kilogram broccoli. According to National Geographic, the Beals Belzebuffo ampigna, or the devil frog, may be the largest frog that ever existed. These extinct beach ball-sized amphibians grew to almost half a meter long and weighed approximately 4.5 kilograms. On March 26, 1976, Queen Elizabeth sent her first email. The message was transmitted over ARPANET, the forerunner for the modern internet. She is considered the first head of state to have used electronic mail. In the late 1990s, the Coca-Cola company began testing a vending machine that could automatically raise prices for its drinks in hot weather. Recycling one aluminum can saves enough energy to run a television for 3 hours. The opposite of déjà vu is jamais vu. It's a French word meaning never seen. It's a feeling or experience when a person knows or recognizes a situation but still feels very unfamiliar and unknown to them. The fear of clowns is called coulrophobia and has increased significantly over the last 20 years due to their portrayal in popular culture and the recent scary clown phenomenon where people have been dressing up as clowns to scare others. The blue whale is one of the loudest animals on the planet. They emit a series of pulses, groans, and moans, and in good conditions can be heard up to 1,600 kilometers away. According to Guinness World Records, the largest female afro measures 18.5 centimeters high, 19.6 centimeters wide, and 132.1 centimeters in circumference, and was achieved by Avon Douglas in New Orleans on October 4th, 2010. Yeah, I'm working on getting that record too. According to new research published in the Journal of Computers and Human Behavior, the act of phubbing or phone snubbing is a very real epidemic in the United States. Phubbing is the act of snubbing someone in a social situation by looking down at your phone instead of paying attention to them, and can damage your relationships and even lead to severe depression and lower rates of life satisfaction. If your parents or grandparents have a history of multiple cavities or dentures at an early age, you have a higher risk of the same thing due to genetics. Frogs can't swallow with their eyes open. The sea anemone looks like a beautiful flower, but is really a sea creature that uses venom-laden tentacles to stab passing victims with paralyzing neurotoxin, rendering them helpless. The word probably, the informal pronunciation of probably, originated in the 1940s. Unlike other planets that take their names from Greek mythology, Uranus's moons are named after characters in Shakespeare's plays. These include Umbriel, Cordelia, and Ariel. In rural China, hiring strippers to perform at funerals was a common practice in order to attract mourners. It wasn't until 2015 that it was finally banned. Thousands of microscopic mites live on your face right now. There are two species, Demodex follicularum, that reside in your pores and hair follicles, and D. brevis that settle deeper in the oily sebaceous glands of your face. An average elephant can hold and store 4 liters of water in its trunk. Large dogs age faster and die younger than small dogs, and scientists are still uncertain why this is. Dinosaurs often used to swallow large rocks. These rocks stayed in their stomach and helped them grind up food. The indigenous Sami people of Norway have a tradition of castrating reindeer with their teeth. Military commandos in Lebanon eat live snakes, a tradition that displays their strength and daring. Thousands of condoms were issued to soldiers for D-Day. Most of them were used to keep their rifles dry. Snow monkeys in Japan entertain themselves by making snowballs. Russian criminals used to get tattoos bearing the images of Lenin and Stalin because it was a commonly held belief that communist firing squads were not permitted to shoot at an image of their leaders. Gabe Balfour of Cortez, Colorado, built the doggone vacuum truck. It's used to suck prairie dogs out of their burrows. Pterotora tumors can grow hair, teeth, organs, and limbs, and scientists have no idea why they form. Okay, that's just nasty. The average person blinks about 12 times per minute. That's about 10,000 blinks on average per day. P.S. You are now manually blinking. Yes, you are aware that you are blinking. It's annoying, I know. A kitchen faucet would need to be turned on all the way for at least 45 years to equal the amount of blood pumped by the heart in the average lifetime. The University of Southern Queensland found that facial hair can block up to 95% of the sun's harmful UV rays. That goes a long way in protecting you from cancer. Look at that. Look at so much protection. An ostrich's powerful long legs can cover 3 to 5 meters in a single stride. Their legs can also be formidable weapons. In fact, an ostrich's kick can kill a human or a potential potential predator like a lion. The deepest lake in the world is Lake Baikal in Siberia. It's over 1,641 meters deep and is also the most voluminous freshwater lake on Earth, containing nearly 20% of the world's unfrozen fresh water. And those were 50 amazing facts. Now you guys know just a little bit more about this world. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and just a reminder that if you're subscribed to my channel, be sure to click that little notification bell beside the subscribe button to enable notifications so that you can be alerted for the next time that I upload my next video. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!